Welcome back to another video of us putting some work in on the Ep.5 Supra. We are currently transforming this into our competition drift car for this year. And today we're primarily going to be focusing on the front suspension setup. So as you can see, we have a set of coilovers and we also have our Wisefab angle kit. We've been running Wisefab on nearly all of our cars the last couple of years. I absolutely love it, but this is the most essential piece of this whole entire puzzle because this is the one thing that's really going to make this a drift car. It's going to allow us to get a tons more angle so we can actually drift and look cool while doing it. So we're going to be putting this in today. Dylan is back from vacation.
It's me.
Calvin's holding a toy gun.
I'm not holding it. I can't show.
All these parts that you guys are seeing in today's video are all brought to you by Throttle. Throttle is our part supplier of the year, and if you guys use code TJHunt, you can get up to 15% off at checkout. So either click the links down below or just remember to use code TJHunt when shopping for some car parts or when you're building a Supra drift car. I don't know, maybe after us doing it, one of you guys will do it and you can get everything that we got from throttle.com. Dylan was gone in the last episode, but everyone, I'm glad to report Dylan's back. Hopefully we don't mess up any subframes in today's episode because we probably will be putting in the subframe bushings because they finally came in.
Dude, I was gone for 2 days. And I get a potato video of, I think it's bent, I think we did it of this. And I just took my phone and I went, I'll see you guys in a few days.
Today we are getting started, like we said, on the suspension setup and the Wisefab. First thing we're doing is we're swapping over the top hats over from
The first thing we're doing is we're swapping the top hats so that it could adjust our caster.
False.
Wrong.
Not caster.
It's not a caster?
It's not caster.
What is it?
First thing we're doing is swapping over the... Oh no! First thing we're doing is swapping over
right.
the top hats from these coilovers to the Wisefab top hats because they have a slide adjustment for caster and they have a set location for camber. No,
Damn.
you didn't.
First take.
Shit.
No, that was
First take.
second
First
one.
take. That was my first take.
This stuff is so beautiful. I always love seeing brand new Wisefab. This is like, to me, almost like a flex having Wisefab because it's, in my opinion, this is not sponsored, this is my favorite setup. It's arguably one of the most expensive setups, but I just absolutely love to see like the bright blue glowing behind the wheels. Is that just me? I don't know. Are you a Wisefab boy?
I've always been a part shop boy. I do.
Oh, okay.
I really do enjoy Wisefab though. I think it's not specific. A certain driver likes a certain suspension setup, but I like Wisefab a lot.
I'm a Phoebes boy.
What's that? Down in the comments, tell me what the f he's talking about. What is that?
Hey, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying, right, Deej?
This isn't a joke anymore.
It's a nickname from my mom.
Oh.
I'm gonna call Nanai right now and tell her.
Do it!
Dude, that's,
Do it!
That's
I'll give you her number right now.
He already has it.
have it.
Good, call her. Tell her what you're gonna say. What are you gonna tell her? I want you to say it.
Hey,
Oh, she'd be so happy to get a call from TJ.
Night, you're very smooth. And then he hangs up.
Stop moving it. I'm trying to stick it in the hole.
Plenty of comments, but I'm gonna keep them inside my head.
What's up, guys? Herp lip here.
Hercules.
Hercules. I got the Hercules lip. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all the moms, all the cows, I milked.
What?
As per usual, just waiting here.
Oh, what the fuck? It's hot.
Okay, so imagine my hand is the knuckle, and I'm holding the knuckle in place, and I'll go all the way tight again and watch the top of it rotate. So that's gonna change the caster of where the shock sits. You can also do that with the bottom location or the top location, with the control arm or with the top hat. Make sure you tighten the top bolt for the strut first, because it's inaccessible once you put the top hat onto the chassis.
You're inaccessible.
Usually, mentally, emotionally. Whoops.
TJ's just happy I'm not doing anything yet, you know?
What to me?
Like farting on you. Oh, you're recording. Tight fit.
This is a really thick steel.
The Wisefab calls for you to use an E90 power steering rack, but we are going to try to use the A90 steering rack. The reason why that they ask you to swap out the A90 power steering rack for an E90 one is because they have said that when testing with the A90 power steering rack, this is an electronic power steering rack, not a hydraulic. Apparently, they've had trouble with this power steering rack in the past when testing. I called them and they said that when you go full lock, sometimes the rack gets a little bit funky and they don't really know the life of this rack. So they suggest that you run an E90 rack. I called a few different people. One of them was RK Tunes, Jordan. I've mentioned a lot throughout the series. And he drives an F80 M3 that has Wisefab. And as you guys know, F80 M3, A90 Supra, both BMW. These cars share similar parts. And the power steering racks, we assume, aren't that different because they're both BMW. Jordan's had great success with the electronic power steering rack. He has never dealt with any problems with the electronic power steering rack failing. And rather than swapping to the E90 rack and adding a pump and adding a pulley system and doing a new belt system and fabricating that in the engine bay to get that to work. We're gonna go against what Wisefab is saying, and we're gonna do what we think other people are doing, and we're essentially gonna keep the stock rack. That's this whole explanation. Was Dylan and I decided we're gonna use the stock A90 rack, and hopefully it works. Hopefully it doesn't give us any problems, but we will figure it out as we start to drive this car. They give you 2 sets of adapters for their tie rods. They give you an adapter for a A90 rack, which is this, and then they also give you an adapter for an E90 rack, which we just took off. So we're gonna go ahead, thread these little suckers in, which apparently I can't even do it. There it goes. Calvin, that's ready for you to tighten up, bud. Also, these become loose all the time when it comes to Wisefab. So we're putting on some thread locker to make.
Don't lock me in.
Come on.
Damn, it floated down myself. Oh.
Put the nutties back on there.
Okay. Okay, I didn't mean to steal your task. I apologize.
it's fine.
Okay, now that we can move this one. Yeah, like that.
Mine's hand tight.
Okay, we still have the problem that I pointed out earlier. It's maxed. Whoa! Oh, he's in. Oh, Dylan's. Oh.
No, you didn't. You said he couldn't do it. You're lying. Is it true you said he couldn't do it?
What?
All my boys could force it in. That's why we're friends.
We'll be right
You
back.
too.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
Huncompany.com. Use code we don't use those for 0% off. Get out of here with that shit. Buy it full price.
I don't think it's this size. Drive. I don't want to do all this. I'm just gonna go light.
Unfortunately, we can only get so far because we're still missing our hubs that are still coming in. The hubs that we have to use for this car are from an E90. Obviously, we only have a Supra hub, so that part comes in later this week. So we're gonna actually stop progressing on the front because if we get too far and start assembling everything, we're gonna have to undo it all to attach the E90 hub to this. So we're gonna be moving on to the subframe because our subframe bushings finally came in. And as you guys saw in the last episode, we really had a battle in the last episode with the differential bushings, but the subframe bushings will be a lot easier because we can actually just use the press to push them in.
Bearing bore, hub bore. No.
And that's a Supra hub.
Correct. Yeah. So it was really accessible and quick, and I just wanted to look at it. And also, all of the alignments of the holes are totally different.
This car actually uses a lot of E90 parts with the Wisefab setup. We're gonna be using the E90 hub, E90 rotors, E90 calipers, and brake pads. And as you guys heard earlier, it does call for an E90 power steering rack, but we're gonna try to make the A90 electric power steering rack work. It's always really interesting to see when certain parts or like angle kits like this require you to use a different car's parts for it. I'm really looking forward to throwing on all the E90 stuff because I've never done that to a car before and swapped everything over. And we actually still have some of the E90 parts from our E90 M3 build we did a few months ago. So kind of worked out.
Is this going smoother than last Friday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, it was a problem when I jumped in to do something. That's how you know it went really
It
wrong.
was not really wrong.
Is it a coincidence that when Dylan's here, this just goes in versus when Dylan's not here, we just destroy it?
There's no coincidence because these are easier.
You're right.
It would be coincidence if it didn't happen every time that I was here.
Hey Dylan, where's your hunting coat today?
Dude, come on! I'm embarrassed about this.
Get out of here!
No free promotion.
Yeah, like Brooks and Dunn needs free promotion, dude.
Who's
I don't
that?
even know who they are.
Who's that?
Brooks and Dunn.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
they're
Never heard of them.
Country stars. They're a duo. I'm wearing just basically 2 dudes on my back is what I'm wearing.
Whoa, you got 2 dudes on your back?
Well, so I forgot my t-shirt at home today. I'm sorry. I got roasted in the comments one time. Dylan would look better in some merch.
My boys!
He only talks about 3 negative comments. I go in there to look at the comments. Oh, Dylan's great.
We love Dylan. Oh,
He's a
Dylan
great
in the
addition.
vlogs
Oh,
is
he's
so good.
Dylan's Stan Reddit thread in the comments.
Dude, yeah, it is a Dylan
Stop.
set. R slash
It's embarrassing.
Dylan, dude.
Stop. It's human nature to focus on. You could have 1,000 kind things said to you, and then one negative thing. You're like, dude, I should have worn makeup that day.
Yeah.
Oh, he forgot to wipe his butt.
Did not.
I'm talking about him.
Oh, you were supposed to tell them that.
Whose side are you on?
The side of the people who wipe their butts.
Calvin doesn't wear underwear.
Okay.
There it is.
It's true though.
It's
We've
so-
seen it when you bend over a car and you wait for the clinch and you're waiting for something else to be wadded up in there, and it's just.
I see his imprint every day.
Dude.
What?
You can see it through
Imprint?
his
Mac.
pants.
My Mac.
Oh, it's Mac.
His Mac
My
imprint.
Mac.
Yeah, sometimes he do be rigatoni though. He comes in like elbow, leaves rigatoni.
I'm more spaghettini, you know what I'm saying?
Long and skinny?
Yeah, long spaghetti.
Angel hair.
No, but it has to have the hole in the middle.
I bet none of these will fit if I do that.
That's not light. I hope you guys know that's not light.
That's like 40 pounds.
Quite a bit heavier than 40 pounds, I bet.
You're hucking it around like it's light. It's
Yes.
not light.
All right, you want to just put a bolt in real quick?
Yep.
So just like the front, it's just always nice to dry fit everything to make sure that it fits.
Cannot believe that diff fits inside that subframe after the abuse we gave it. Before the subframe and diff go back into the car, we're gonna go ahead and attach all of our adjustable rear arms onto the subframe. Boy, oh boy, it's a BMW. There's a lot.
I thought you were doing a raw beam.
I'm gonna hammer it in.
No, it'll slide in. No, it'll slide in. No, dog, it'll just slide in.
Do you want me to get the hammer?
Oh, dog, it'll slide in.
Oh, made it in.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm in it, dude. TJ, oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes.
First try, baby.
Yeah,
Boom, baby.
All the work that I previously did, shaving it down, banging it out, shoving bolts through holes, forcefully, it fits. Dylan, though, he finished it off because we're boys like that, you know what I'm saying?
Give me that dome one. The one that looks like a mushroom tip.
Oh, like Calvin.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having a fucking mushroom tip, bud. Do it, but I can't.
Oh,
What? 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 What?
hold up.
What?
Computing.
What?
Computing.
What?
Loading.
What?
it looks bad.
What? 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 What?
Okay.
What?
Okay, I think we're fine.
What? What?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
What? What? What?
I thought.
Stop
was
saying.
Yeah,
why.
that was driving me fucking crazy right now.
no, sorry. I only asked once.
Oh, 999 wood. See ya.
Look at all those things move.
There it is.
So what I would like to do is put the sway bar on, and then the lower arms, and then everything that's subframe side, I want to tighten. A little more.
I think my team just got a bunch.
Let's put this bitch in the car.
Subframe, kind of bent.
It's not bent. I saw a lot of comments in the last video. You guys took it off wrong. Why didn't you just get the press tool? The press tool didn't fit. We couldn't lift the subframe and put it into the big press. You had to burn them out.
If you are saying stuff like that, you've never done this before.
And if you have, maybe you've done it on a really basic subframe. But we literally had like a mobile press that was for subframes. And none of the sizes fit. We just didn't get lucky with that.
It was a wheel bearing press.
But same.
So we just measured all of our nice SPL arms off of the factory arms to give us a good baseline, just so we can stab it back in the car. We tightened all of the subframe side bolts and had some misalignment lockout instead of the eccentric style down here. So we just installed everything. Everything's pretty loose. We made these all accessible, so when they're in the car, we can reach them. New arms, new bushings, all the chassis heads tight. All this is pretty tight, accessible, and yeah, now we can put it in the car.
Get it off the floor and finally put it back in the car.
Hold your horses. What's tucked up over there?
It touched here in the back.
side.
That's fine.
Going?
It's gonna rock anyways. Okay, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, okay. I think we can put bolts in.
Yay. Why do you have a black eye?
Because I think about the abuse you give me. I get abused here. It's a sweatshop.
Why do you have a black eye?
Oh, yeah, of course he asked why. He's gaslighting you all. It's a sweatshop. I get out of line just for a millisecond. Bam! Right there. He laughs. Dude, that's a maniacal, evil laugh. Look, he's entertained by it.
What's up with the middle school humor? Dude, why you guys goof around too much? Wish I didn't have to watch all that. It's too bad! Well, that's too damn bad!
Don't have fun. Oh, you guys enjoy what you're doing with your friends? Ugh, I hate it.
Same guy that reminds the teacher that the homework's due.
Teacher, actually we had homework due today.
Fucking dork.
Nerd. And they said that we're goofing off too much and our sense of humor is too childish.
No, hell no, that's the opposite. I tell you that when you're not here.
Also, Ricky, You should have seen the comments. People were like, I see how it is. You guys are the unprofessional group that works on it, and then you need to call in the professional Ricky to come in and work on your car. You don't even know who that is, apparently. They called Ricky the professional.
I'm Mr. Self-Top. I like your black eye, by the way. I'm Mr.
Hey, what's again? Nice.
Wow, you guys already talked about his black eye? You okay, buddy?
Dude, he beats me.
I can tell. Good boy.
No. It's 'cause
Anyways,
bad boy. Sorry.
yeah. I'm Mr. Zip Type, self-topper, duct tape type of guy. I am the worst. But it works, though.
We're finishing up, tying up the rear end. We have struts to go in, and I only just now realized that I could put the calipers on since it's all bolted together. A final bolt check, the rear end will be done, and then we'll move on to the front. Put on whatever we put on the Wisefab. We're still missing quite a few bits. We'll have a stopping point there, but this guy,
Uh-oh, he's here.
this guy will be done.
He's here.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about you doing the thing with the hanging of the thing. Explain to them what you want to do.
Like, the way I'm gonna explain it is really rudimentary. I would take just a straight edge, clamp it to the rotor, because the rotor is gonna be your mating surface for the wheel, so it acts as the face of the wheel. You hang a plumb bob at each end of it, which is a plumbus, a string with a point at the tip of it, and a weight, and it gives you the direct dimensions of the end of it down. You mark it on the concrete, you do that at full droop, and then you go to full compression, and you have your 2 points, and it'll show your toe sweep under compression or droop. And then you
That's cool.
do it in the middle ground. And then
Like
because I have no idea about the multi-link suspension on these, so it'd be nice to see what kind of sweep it has.
I know when we speak about one negative comment, it invites more people to talk shit. There's like
Yeah, it was like
500,
one negative
500
comment.
comments.
Yeah.
400 of them are so sweet, and I want to thank you all for saying that. You guys had the most fun watching that last video, laughing like it was the old days. Like, you guys have been loving the interactions between myself, TJ, Dylan, Kevin, Tony. I just want to appreciate all the comments that are having a lot of fun, because we're having as much fun as you guys.
I really appreciate it too. I think we all do. It means a lot. All the positives and the negatives and the informatives, all of it. Thank you so much.
And it makes me feel good because I've been really trying to dial in like the pacing and the memes and like tying the video together, like being funny and also serious at the same time. So I appreciate all the comments saying that you guys enjoy how these videos are being filmed. It makes me feel good.
We genuinely love all of you, and it means a fuck ton.
I wonder if, see if we can just fill her in.
Childish. Yeah.
Dude, I feel like it's kind of sick for each square to have its own piece. I don't want this. Fuck up our butt.
What?
I feel like you've done this.
Sick.
That's for my boy. If you know, you know. All right, I'm just gonna find a constant. So I'm gonna use this inner fender well that I have created, 52 centimeters. I'm gonna go handy dandy iPhone app.
You know you don't have to use a level app from 2002, that there's a level app built into your iPhone?
How do I do it?
Click on level. Oh, yep. Boom.
Oh,
Whoa, that's pretty crazy that
Damn.
it's 0.
Boom.
that's wild.
We could twist it.
Yeah, we can also just do this.
I'm gonna stay away from you.
45-ish, so we went down 7 centimeters. So this is a full bump. So we have no springs, no shocks, so it's probably gonna be further from the chassis at full bump, but this is limited on the arms to the subframe. It is at 32.
I know. I saw you painting it from the window. It looks a lot better.
The grills, I think, are gonna look better.
I agree. I think the grills.
Having that black, just for even when we take it off, like, it just looks better.
It just doesn't hurt my eyes anymore.
Go look under the mezzanine.
Who did that? Is that Dylan?
What?
It looks like Dylan. You wanna know why I think it's Dylan? Because of that.
He did a square. He did that square.
I did a few of them.
Who did that one? That one's really rough.
That's
Well,
Dylan.
first of all, it was butt first, and then I did the 3. I
But
did
the 3 and the
frames.
butt are backwards. They're like,
Yeah, I did one this way and then I did one this way. This is horrible and disgusting. But just a quick visual reference. This is a flat line. It's taped as flat as it can be to the rotor. So let's treat it as a wheel mating surface. So this is the line of the wheel. At full compression, it's, again, horrible, but this is my reference line. I'm gonna assume it's straight, never assume anything. So again, horrible. 2 inches at full compression. At 45, it's 3 inches. And then at 52 full droop, it's 2.5 inches. So that means that the toe gain full droop starts at 2.5, and then it starts to toe out a little bit, and then aggressively toe in. Also, if you just come back here and film the jack handle as I go up, watch it. This is compression, and then watch it go to droop. See it rotate? I want to assume, and I'm not sure, if you stayed pretty still, I want to watch the footage you just captured, and I want to know if the actual center portion of the hub moves back and forth at all. You can see it rotate, which, I don't know, might indicate squat or anti-squat. But yeah, there you go. Visual references of what happens when you cycle suspension. We got these cool spacer adapters. We're going to be running 5x114.3 on the car instead of 112. So these are super nice. They come with a hub centering bore, or a hub centering ring. And I'm going to Loctite the hardware because these hopefully will never come off the car. Done. Super nice. Great. Make sure you impact and torque the bolts down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rear end is officially in the car with the new suspension setup in the back. We even have the adapters for our new wheel fitments in the back as well. This is originally a 5x120 is what it was?
112
112.
point something.
And now it's 5x114. That looks great. I love to see that. The only other thing that we're gonna be adding in the rear that we don't have yet is what we're gonna do for our hydro. And actually one of you guys reached out, and one of you guys is actually manufacturing and making a dual caliper bracket. I don't remember your name. I think his name was Chris, but he emailed us this morning and was like, yo, I don't know what you guys are doing with a hydro, but I'm making a rear caliper. If you want me to send that out to you, I'm more than happy to. So we're gonna be adding a rear caliper to this probably the next few weeks. Originally we were gonna run just like an inline hydro setup, which works, but definitely wasn't my most preferred option. We were probably going to try and just figure out a dual caliper ourselves, but because one of you guys are awesome and you reached out, that should be taken care of here sooner than later. So the rear end is in. I'm super stoked. The only thing now that we're waiting on is our cage to come in. The cage, did I miss something?
I don't even know what the fuck he said.
What did I said?
No, what he said.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
we'll figure it out later.
I don't know where I was going with that, but the rear end is together, and now we're waiting on the cage to come in, and once that comes in, we'll be able to do a lot more stuff because the cage is stopping us from putting back the interior and getting the roof on and getting the new steering wheel setup in, the hydro setup in. So lots to come. I really appreciate you guys watching and sticking through with the videos. This is definitely the past couple episodes up to now. I feel like we're the lesser exciting videos, and from this point forward it's going to be all super fun stuff. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn your post notifications on so you get updated every time we upload a new Supra video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.